Okay guys, so here is the new computer station for Optibotimus. As you can see, here's my laptop. I'm still going to primarily use this for my everyday stuff. But here is the big guy. The newest, now I got to smudge out the screen already. The newest edition. Now we're going to boot this thing up and we're going to have fun with it. All right, so here we have both of them up and running. As you can see, I got my laptop. Got my desktop. Now, people ask me, why did I need to upgrade to get this? Well, for my videos, mostly. What I'm going to do is, right down here is my, what do you call that? Pinnacle Studio Ultimate. All right, I'm going to click on that. Now, that's going to start loading. I'm going to come over to this side. I'm going to do this. That's going to start loading as well. Now, as you can see, it brings it up there. It still hasn't even started loading on here. There it is. Come over here and you can see that it's at 43%. That's at 4%. I don't know if you can see that. So that's loading much quicker. Now granted, there's a lot more crap on here, but this is these are both started from the computers being turned on fresh. There's nothing else running in the background. None of that stuff. So here my my editing program is opened up and ready to go. As you can see, it's done doing everything. It's ready. This is still now at, well, 52. Now here it comes. And let me see. And now this one's done. So you can see a dramatic speed increase already. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a file just so that you can see the editing speed, I suppose. We're gonna now see, and that's already taking a little bit longer. No, it's not even responding. All right, okay, here it goes. Sorry. All right, so there's the file. I have to wait for it to final, like actually appear there. You see, it's already here. So we're gonna take this, drag that down. That's gonna pop it there. All right, now that's here. We're gonna do the same thing for here. Now I'm gonna zoom in so that you can kind of see this. All right. Do the same on this version. Alright, now this one, I don't know where the picture went. We're going to, now typically I will do a lot of, well, not really a lot of effects, but I'll white balance it a little bit more. There is a slight blue tone to a lot of my videos, mostly from the lighting and such, and I just balance that out so that's gone, so I get a nice white look. So we have that, we have that. I'm going to sample right there. That's going to start the actual editing, or rendering, I suppose, of the effects. And as you can see, if you look real close, if I can focus in on that, the dark green bit here is yet to be done. This little bit right here is already done. Now, typically what would happen is I would have to wait for that to all the way fully render before I could edit it, because it's too much. See, like that goes really slow, and typically it wouldn't work very well. So that's how fast it's rendering. Pretty slow if you ask me. So we're going to do the exact same thing over here. Bring this up, make this bigger so I can see what I'm doing. Alright, there. White sample. Sample from the same spot. Alright, now that's going to start rendering. So now this is at about 12 seconds. Just about. There's 11 and now 12. This is now already approaching and passing 12. It's now at the 16-second mark. This has yet to get to the 16-second mark. So you can see already that the rendering is much quicker on this one than this one. Now this is a Intel Core 2 Duo processor, whereas this one is a Intel i5 quad-core processor. So much quicker. And let me just get this down so I can see how far it's now at. It's now at the 36 seconds. Well, let's just say 40 seconds. We're going to come around here, and it has gotten to the 23-second mark. So, yeah, definitely much quicker. Now, actually, this stopped a few seconds ago, but that is actually done rendering. As you can see, it's all orange. When it's done, when it's still doing it, it's that green color. When it's done, it's all orange. Now, this is roughly a 2-minute and 25-second long clip. Now this is still rendering, and as you can see, it's still green, and it's only at the 1-minute and 7-second mark in terms of rendering the just the white balance. That's all it is, just the white balance. There's no special features or anything like that, but you can definitely see that that's taking a lot longer. Now, as I said, I typically have to wait for it to fully render before I go through and edit my videos, just because it gets kind of choppy. Now, while I don't think I have to do that with this, as you can see, this section of the clip is already done processing, so I could be editing that right now. This right here is only at roughly the 1-minute and 47-second mark, which means I can't yet edit this. So this time is basically wasted in terms of producing these videos. Now, I'm still maintaining my same schedule where I'm going to do videos on Tuesdays and Fridays. But this is just a much quicker process now because, like I said, I can be editing that. And now I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for this one to finish. While this still kind of finishes up its rendering process, I just wanted to mention that I seem to do this every year or so when I approach my anniversary on YouTube. My first year anniversary, I upgraded I upgraded from this. This is what I used to use for my video reviews. This little Logitech camera, which I just found going through my old junk yesterday. I upgraded from that to just a regular standard camcorder that used mini DV discs or tapes or whatever to record things with. I actually bought that from Matrix Prime. I bought that on my 1-year anniversary. For my 2-year anniversary, I actually bought this laptop, so I was able to process the videos a whole lot quicker. For my 3-year anniversary, I actually bought this. This is my new camera, which is a wonderful camera. It's, I don't know if you can read what any of that says. Oh, yeah, you can. Full HD, 1080p, you know, all that fantastic stuff. But the problem is I was still using this laptop, and now it's done rendering. So I was never able to really fully utilize the 1080p. I always had to save it at 720p. But now on my 4-year anniversary, I've gotten this. So I like to try to upgrade things each year. I don't know what I'm going to do next year, but you know, we'll see. Now, as you can see, all the videos are done. Or, well, that's fully processed. And now that is also fully processed. Without actually editing it, I'm just going to kind of show you. Now I'm going to go to a make movie. I use the presets. As you can see, I use the 720p format and MPEG-4. Now we're going to just, it's a 1.7 megabyte file. So we're just going to create a file. And we're going to call this test 1. And now we're going to save that. And you can see it's rendering the effects. Maybe you can't see that because it's out of focus. There you go. And it's going through and it's actually writing the frames. And it's going along. And that's how long it takes to save the video. Now we're going to come around here to this guy. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to make a movie. Now I actually have that at, we're going to go down to 720 on that. We're going to create the file. And I actually haven't seen this yet. So I don't know how fast this will be. So you guys are seeing this for the first time as well. So we're going to just type in test 2 there, save, and now it's rendering the effects, and there that goes. And I'm trying to see, it definitely looks like it's going faster, because as you can see, I mean there was a delay, so we're just 400 frames that is done, and this one is just at 600 frames. So, and now this has passed the 600 frame mark. So definitely even much faster in terms of the saving on 720p. and now it's past it. It's at 800, almost 900, and this is just now passing 800. So again, I met much faster even saving process for my now desktop. Okay, so as you can see, this now is done saving at the 720p level, and this is at 2,600 frames of 4,300. So this is still saving. While this is now saved. Now, while this is saved, it's done. I could be uploading this now to YouTube. Again, dramatically cutting back the amount of time that takes to produce my particular videos. Now, just as a curiosity, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to 1080p. I'm going to change that preset because my intent is to start using my camera as a 1080p camera. That's what its function is. That's what it's capable of doing. I might as well do it. Now, what's the difference between 720p and 1080p? Well, depends on if it's properly done, but you may see a little bit of a difference. But still, it's the highest quality that I can possibly do. So I might as well do it. So there's that. I'm waiting just for this to finalize. Maybe I should have used the smaller clip, but this way, you guys can actually see the time difference. All right, now finally, after a considerable amount of time between the two, my regular laptop is done processing the video. So there we go. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to switch this preset to 1080p. Now, I wish the iPhone would autofocus. Okay, so now we're going to create a file. We're going to call this test1a, and we're going to start saving that. Now, typically, this would take a lot longer to do as well. This is why I don't particularly save in 1080p, just because it takes so much longer. As you can see, it goes by much slower. Now we're going to come over to this guy right here. We're going to, well, the preset's already there, create a file. We're going to call this one, save that to my desktop. We're going to call that test2b, save. Alright, and you can see that that's going along, and while that's at, what do we have? I'm going to wait till it gets to 100. So there's 100, and this one is at 193. So this is going a little bit quicker right now, but as you can see, it's rapidly catching up. This one is at 240, 250, and 260. Let's see which one gets to 300 first. That one does. That one doesn't. So again, 1080p on here also saves dramatically faster, albeit still not lightning fast, but that's at least as fast as this was saving at 720p. So that's definitely an improvement if you ask me. Just to kind of illustrate that, I am going to save this file, this is the exact same file, at 720p. So we're going to save that. We're going to call that test1c. We're going to start saving that. All right, now again, that's saving at 720p. I'm going to save this at 1080p, which is a stronger file, or bigger file. So there we go. 2C. We're going to save that. And that's moving right along now at the 1080p. That right there is just at about 200 frames. So let's see if this one now actually catches up to this guy. And it is going pretty quick. You can see that this one is now approaching 300. That one is just about approaching 200. So that one's still, I mean, I don't want to say exactly around the same speed, but it's definitely pretty close. I can't really tell if that's catching up or not. We'll find out together. We'll find out together. That's at 500. That's at about 3. That was at about 350 when that was at 500. So it's roughly on pace, because when this one goes to 700, this one here will probably be about 550. So 700 coming up now. about 550. So it's roughly going at the same pace. This might actually not catch up to this. Okay, now as you can see, this is done saving in the 720p format, while this one is just about done. This went a little bit quicker. It kind of pulled away a little bit more from this fella here, but at 1080p, this is roughly the same amount of time that I would have had to wait for a 720p video to fully save. So that's, in my opinion, an improvement, because the quality for that is going to increase, even though that the time is going to maintain the same amount used, if that makes any sense, I suppose. And this one's just about to finish. It's at 43 and 43:49, and now that's done. That's saved. 1080p video, 720p. Now, the one thing that I should mention about this is that I don't have a dedicated graphics card or whatever for this. I'm just saving this off of the usage of the motherboard, so it's going to be a little bit slower, from what I understand. Once I get that graphics card installed on here, which will probably be next month after my wedding and everything, after that happens, this should speed things up even more. This should definitely be a much quicker process to even save at the 1080p as opposed to what this is doing with the 720p. So there you go, guys. There's the new, what is affectionately being dubbed the Optibot. This was Optibot version 1, and this is Optibot version 2, I suppose. So hope you guys enjoyed this little insight here, and now I gotta go and do some videos. And through all of that work, my good boy here, my good boy Louie, sat here with me and supervised the entire process. As you can see, he's reading right now over the my monitor manual, so he looks like he's a little tired from that research. So we're just gonna let him take a little tiny nap right there, just because he's a cute little boy. He's a cute little boy. Look at that cute. Oh, he's gonna give me. He's gonna give me. He's a good boy. Oh, he didn't like that. He's good. Oh, yes, he did. He likes it when Daddy rubs his butt. So, yeah, Louie likes to supervise. That's the supervisor right there. Aren't you, boss man? And most supervisors just lay on their side like he does. So, right, Louie? Right? That's right.